Okay. All right, let me go get some coffee and we'll get started. Oh, first of all, think of any questions about the Titanic song because we're going to move to something else today. I'll be right back. Is there anyone else that wants to record? You guys good? So today what I kind of wanted to talk about is, so last week in the intermediate class, we kind of talked about when you play, just any kind of song, there needs to be some kind of emotional connection to your playing, right? So when you think, C chord, down, like this, you're kind of taking the approach like almost like a robot where you're not really trying to feel anything or let out any kind of feeling. You're just basically, saying, okay, C chord, finger here, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is today we're gonna try to take just a small little piece, like a short little song, and maybe I'll just give you a few chords to play. And we're gonna think of a story, like imagine a commercial. Okay, there's gonna be like a 10-second commercial, and the commercial is about something, and I'm gonna have you guys try to create something, like some kind of music background for that little thing. Well, I'll explain it as we start. So is everybody okay with the Titanic song? Everybody's good with that? All right. Hot. Okay, so let's just take a C chord. And we'll go with this F chord. So you got a C chord and we got an F chord. Okay, so I want you to imagine, okay, there's a commercial, and in this part of the commercial, they're at a beach, okay, and it's very sunny. Children are playing. It's a really nice day. So so I'm just looking for some kind of music track to go along with this visual. Okay, so you're at the beach, kids are playing, the nice sunny day filled with families and everyone just kind of having fun. And what kind of song? So would you do something like this? Maybe like, okay, so I'm using the same chords I showed you, but that feeling, I don't know if that's the feeling you're going for, okay? Are you thinking more of a upbeat, happy kind of feeling, something a little bit more busy? Okay, so try something on your own, okay? And here's the thing is you're gonna realize too that when you imagine the same visual, you might not feel the same way as everyone. So like if you're a kid, you might think, oh, really playful and happy and exciting, right? Maybe if you're a little older and you're the kind of person that likes to maybe go to the beach and take out a book, right? You might see this as more of a peaceful, you might actually like what I just played earlier, okay? So give it a try. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Okay, so I know that a couple people just joined. I can hear the thing, but I don't know who joined. So let me just kind of go over this. If you already heard the assignment, then you can get started. So we're imagining that we're watching a commercial, and the visual is basically we're at the beach. It's a nice sunny day. Kids are playing, you know, a lot of families having fun together. And your job is to try to create a short little song, maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or something like that, using the C chord here. And we're just going to add this like an F chord or a C sus4. Yeah, so imagine that visual, and you can do whatever you want. You can do something like that. Maybe just you could do something like. Okay, something that matches. And this is a good way for you guys to at least, you know, experience that feeling of trying to put some kind of emotion to a visual. Okay, so you're actually imagining this, and the way you play your song is what's really going to help it match the story or not. Okay? Are there any questions so far? Yeah, this is where you're going to learn a lot about your playing. Just like speaking, right? When you like the way I teach the class, okay, I'm speaking English. Everybody here can speak English. You know, once you can explain yourself and express emotion through speaking, right? We don't actually pay attention to like, you know, wow, your English is so much better than mine. Or, you know, as long as we can get to that point where we can explain ourselves, express ourselves, then that's all we kind of, I mean, we don't really pay attention to anything after that. So the same is with your music, okay? Everybody wants to get better, but nobody really knows how, okay? And the thing is, when you think of it like that, getting better is really just, it's your own mentality, right? I mean, it's hard for me to say somebody is better than somebody else because he or she can strum faster or pick faster, or maybe they know more chords or something, you know? It's more about how they just present the song that they're playing. And if I can feel it, you know, like, oh, it's kind of a nice song or a playful song, or you can feel something, that's what's going to make you feel like, you know, oh, I like this musician. Okay. Okay, Angie. There you are. Okay. All right. I got you. Allow record. Okay. Okay. So anyways, give it a try. Just take a couple of minutes. Okay. And then, you know, hopefully you can come up with something that you feel is pretty good. Like, oh, I like this, you know? So just for example, right, it could be something, okay, so if I can think of it, I would maybe that's how I would feel it, something like that. Nothing too busy, you know, not like nothing like that, but something with a slight groove, you know, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Maybe something like that. So something kind of positive, not really too strong, not too draggy, like. Okay. I mean, that to me, that could be something nice, but because I said just those little things like kids are playing and, you know, everyone's kind of having fun together, a lot of families spending time together, that's why I feel more of this kind of feel. Last week I did a series of strum after the roll. Well, wait, last week, after the strum, you mean after rolling? Oh, are you talking about the, when you say series, are you talking about the episode? Hello? Hello? Oh, I forgot to, hold on, sorry. I forgot to spotlight myself. Where am I? Oh, there you go. Is
Yeah,
that
last week
correct?
you did demonstrate sort of like you did a roll, and after that you did a series of strum, different kind of strum. You know how you varied the strum. Just want to see how you did it again.
Um, you mean just now? So when I
No,
did the
no.
roll?
Last week you did something like a roll, and after that, you know, you sort of like for the ending, you know, you did a kind of different variations of strum.
Just a down up. So normally if I were to do a roll, I would usually if I'm going to end the song, it might go like roll. Right, we get faster and down up. But I don't think that's what you're talking about, right? Okay, let me get back to this. Let me continue this part of the class and then try to explain it to me one more time a little later. Okay, but we'll get there. Okay, so anyways, now what I want to try is I want you guys to do the same thing. We're going to create a new song, but we're going to think sunset time. Okay, so now it's a little bit nicer. You're at the beach. It's less crowded, right? The sun is setting, so it's more of a nice, you know, nice view. Maybe you have your book. I don't know, but so you're there. So now I feel like it might not be this anymore. Okay. I want you to try to come up with something else. So imagine that. What's the difference between the sunset time and now? Okay, so take your time. Oh, no problem. Okay, so maybe now you might decide to do something more, maybe arpeggios, right? That might kind of match, or maybe just a simple. Okay, so that might match. So now what I want to do is I want you to think the same thing, sunset time, okay? And imagine this as like you're on a date or you're with your husband or wife or like a couple's thing. So it's a lot more romantic now. Okay, so it's a beautiful view. The the sun is setting and you're with your loved one, and it's more of a romantic thing now, okay? And what I wanted, well, go ahead, I'll give you 1 minute to try it, okay? So just because now it's a little bit more of a romantic thing, you know, that might kind of change the feel just a little bit more. So how would you go about trying to make it sound a little more romantic? Okay? And like I said, there's no right or wrong, but the point of the exercise is I'm forcing you guys to try to connect, like listen to your music, how are you playing it, and make it match the visual. Okay, so now what I want to do is, because we're doing something a little romantic sounding, I want to introduce to you guys the C major 7 chord, which is here. Okay, so now if I were to play this, so let me use a regular C. Okay, try to listen to something like this. Okay, now listen to the C major 7 chord. Okay, so you see how this chord kind of gives you a different color. Like, oh, what chord is this? This kind of matches, in my opinion, right? I mean, you might not agree, but in my opinion, this major 7 chord feels like a very romantic chord to me. So whenever I'm playing songs and maybe it's a like romantic love songs, I'll try to throw in a few of these major chords here, major 7 chords. Okay, so now you're starting to kind of, well, I'm trying to introduce like how these chords are used, you know? Yeah, I know you guys heard of C major 7 chords before. You've heard of some add 9 chords maybe, and you know, so you're kind of I'm trying to get you guys to understand how these chords are used and why we use them. And they basically can change the color, okay? So for the most part, you can assume that it's always taught that major chords have a happy sound. And it's taught that minor chords have a sad sound. Okay? And that's usually how people tell the difference between a major chord and a minor chord. So when you listen to something like this, okay, let me turn away. So just by listening, does this sound happy or sad? Okay, are you thinking, good. So it kind of has more of that happy sound. And you can think of it like, are you imagining it's daytime or nighttime when you hear this? Okay. And then when you hear something like this sounds more like nighttime, right? Right, more nighttime, a little sad, right? So that's usually how they explain that, major chords and minor chords. But all these other chords we have, like major 7 chords, add 9 chords, you know, they all just kind of add a different type of color. Okay, so whenever you want to get a little bit more detailed into a song, or you know, like in this case, we're talking about more something a little more romantic. Okay, you wouldn't really say happy or sad. So having these colors in there. Add the F, keep the B. Okay, it just sounds a little bit more romantic, or, you know, it just kind of gives it a little bit something color, something a little different from just your regular C chord. Okay, so anyways, try it. Try your try something romantic. And what I want you to do now is you're going to hold the C major 7 chord and you're going to play this. And then just pick a melody. And then add the F chord. Continue the melody. And then end. Okay, so one more time, all I did was I just picked this, strummed this. And the melody. F chord. And then C chord. Okay. So I'm just playing these 2 chords, creating a melody in there. F add 9 chord, yeah, so this is like your F add 9 right here. So I'm using, so you can, if you want, you could play a C chord, and just by kind of picking this B note, this B is the note that actually gives this melody that romantic color. But it's nice to hear it together. Something like that. How you guys doing with this? So hopefully you guys are kind of feeling something. And I would think in the beginning, when you're playing, you're gonna say, maybe you're gonna do something like this and go. You're gonna say, oh, I don't like that. It feels a little too rough, like a little too. So you're gonna try to practice playing it so it matches, like it's very. Okay, and the way that I'm trying to play the strings, if you watch my right hand, it's not just like this, but I'm trying to actually. So over the years, I've developed a feeling for, when I want to play and if I want this sound. The way that my fingers go through the strings, I've, over the years, I've developed a feeling. But a lot of people don't talk about this, right? It's either, what are you going to do? Use your thumb and go down, and then that's what you do. And there's no really feeling that's being developed, right, as you play. So just kind of introducing this to you. And every musician kind of has their own way. I mean, the thing that I'm trying to explain is really difficult to explain, but then it makes a big difference when you perform or you play a song. So yeah, you just have to kind of get a feel for the strings, how you want it to sound. And I don't know, I'm just sticking with these chords and just creating a melody in between. Are there any questions so far? Okay, sounds good. Okay, so try to practice that. Just put yourself in different situations, like just imagine something and just try to create your own little 5-second licks. I mean, what comes to mind when I do something like this? Like, what can you imagine? And you just hear a C chord and I play it like this. Can you imagine? Maybe you're still thinking something at the beach, maybe, or I don't know. I imagine maybe school just finished and all the kids are running out. Maybe not quite. Okay. But basically what I'm doing is I'm just playing a simple C chord and I'm asking you to try to, imagine something. Okay. What if I played it like this? What can you imagine? Okay, one more time. Music box, all right. Okay, good. So this is kind of, yeah, so I can kind of hear this too as a lullaby. But because it's in the, I don't know, and it's kind of, because of the tempo, I kind of hear this more as somebody waking up versus going to sleep. So it's more like someone just kind of waking up like a little kid and, you're going to start the day. If it was a lullaby song, so you see how just this one note that I changed, instead of the C, to me, this makes it a little different color. So now maybe I can imagine it's closer to somebody going to sleep, where I feel like the major chord is time to wake up. And let me go back to this end. So I don't know, maybe most of you guys would agree that when I use the major 7 chord, it sounds more like a lullaby. And then when I use a major chord, it sounds maybe like someone just kind of waking up, right? Or romantic, right? So however you imagine, and I'm just using these chords, okay? So hopefully this is kind of like what I'm trying to do is make you guys realize that there really is no right way to play a song. Sometimes you want to, you see it on YouTube and you say, I want to play the song exactly like that. Okay, which is fine. But sometimes too, you have to kind of understand, the feeling that you're trying to, provide for your listeners. And then you can approach it that way. Okay, and then just keep in mind with these exercises, I just took a couple of chords actually. So we didn't really do anything fancy. Okay, but yeah, just try to do that. And what I used to do a lot is I would go on YouTube, go on a commercial and mute the sound. And I would just try to play along, try to record something just for fun. And it's kind of neat because then I would just place my music over the video and then watch it and see if it matches. So it's a really fun exercise to try. Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to cover. Another thing I wanted to cover was same thing. I want us to learn a picking song, but same thing. I don't want to write out the notes. I want you guys to practice. You can see me do it, and I want you to memorize the whole thing. So it's by using your ear. And to do that, to memorize the whole thing, what you're going to realize is as I teach it, you're going to have to try to remember the melody, not the actual notes. Okay? Because it's kind of a long picking song. Here, listen to this. Okay, so maybe some of you guys heard this before. It's a song that Jake composed called Toccata. And it's kind of a long song, right? So if you're trying to learn it, if I'm teaching it to you, you're trying to think, okay, wait, finger 1 here, wait, finger 2 there, finger number 3, and Okay, what's after that? It's going to be really difficult. Okay, so you want to try to pay attention more to the melody. Okay, but I'll get you started. So it starts on high D, high D, high E, high F, and we're going to do 4 notes at a time. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, high D, high E, high F, and D. Okay, so hopefully you guys got that, and you can play it slowly. Okay, now what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to move up to high E, and I'm going to play high E, high F, high G, high E. So one more time from the beginning. Okay, take a few seconds to try that. Okay, so let me continue. So we got the D, E, F, D. Now we're going to move to F, and we're going to play F, G, A, F. So all together. And the last 3 notes is G, A, and B flat, space number 13. And we're going to start right there, those 3 notes. So you can think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, take a couple of minutes. Let me refill my coffee. I'll be right back. One fret. Wait, one finger per fret? What do you mean? You can unmute yourself, Ariel.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What I mean is like one finger per fret. Like
oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Because I noticed you play like less. I wonder which one. Is
okay,
it faster or?
No, so okay, so whenever you decide which fingers to use, it really depends on the song. So, for example, in the beginner, right, in the basics, when you first learn our C major scale, okay, all the songs we play are going to be in this scale. So then I would suggest, you know, finger number 1 for the first bass, finger number 2, finger number 3, finger number 4. But in a song like this, because of the way the notes are, it's, you know, I'm using my pointer finger here. And so I created this finger pattern for myself. And then I move up. Then I move up. And I move up. But Jake does it differently. I think he plays it this way. Yeah, so you see that? So it's finger 1. And usually I will move up. Jake will stay here and he'll go, and then he'll move his third finger all the time. Oh, does that kind of make sense? So the way I would do it is I slide on my pointer finger. Slide, slide, slide. And Jake will slide on finger number 3. Slide, slide, slide. So it is preference. You just have to kind of work it out and see how you're comfortable playing it. Okay, so are you ready to move on? So, okay, and the idea, okay, when you're trying to learn this way, you really have to try to memorize the melody. Make sure you can play it in your head. Da 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 da. Okay, and let me see if you guys can do this. How many notes are you playing so far in that line without using your ukulele? Okay, so don't count and use it. Just try to sing that in your head. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. You know, try to count it out. I should do it too. Good. Okay, so when you can sing the notes in your head like that, then you're actually, you know, you're studying the melody. Okay, and if you're the other kind of player who's just studying the fingers, a lot of times you're not paying attention to the melody, so you wouldn't be able to say how many notes you need to play. But 15 is correct. So basically, I just thought of it like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 50. Okay? Okay, so now after this, we're going to start going backwards. So I just played G, A. Okay? Da, 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 da. G, A. F, G. E, F. D, E. C sharp, D. Okay, so see if you can figure this out on your own. So going backwards. Okay, starting with G, A. Okay, I'll explain it better in a little while, but see if you can figure it out on your own. Okay, so, okay, continue. Okay, here we go. G, A, F, G, E, F, D, E, C sharp, D. Okay, one more time. G, A, F, G, E, F, D, E, C sharp, D. Everybody okay? So is anybody falling behind right now? You have any questions? Everybody kind of keeping up? It's good. Good. And it's really good because I am keeping track, you know, of how I'm teaching these lessons. Because I remember when I first started doing these workshops, especially in the beginner class, right? There were a lot of questions. You know, I needed to always write things on the board for you guys, or, you know, but now think about how this class is moving so far. I think that's great. You know, we're all kind of understanding now what we're doing. So when you see me do something on the ukulele, or you hear something, you know, you're not really panicking or you know, wait, too fast, wait, what is that? D? You know, so now you guys are getting it. Like, oh, I'm just playing a melody. Okay, so after we do this, okay, I'm gonna go A, B flat, G, A. I'll stop right there. So okay. A, B flat, G, A. Oh, higher notes. Let me see. Is this better? Oh, I can't play it now. Sorry, one more time. Okay, we're almost there. F, G. So one more time. A, B flat, G, A, F, G. Should I go even louder? Want me to go louder? Oh, am I dropping out because of technical difficulties, or is it just not loud enough? Is that better? Oh, technical difficulties. Let's see, is it that? This could be this. Hold on. I don't know if tape is gonna work, but it's the closest thing I have to me. Did that help? Is this better? Or the same? Can you hear me? Better. Okay. Like, is it better where only when you do fat? What? Okay.
No, I mean
wait.
faster.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you try faster, yeah.
Okay.
In the high note.
The problem is the higher notes just drops out.
Really, I wonder if it's a frequency thing.
Is anybody else having that problem, or is it just me?
High notes, same here. Okay, so how can I fix this? What if I take the tape off and then, okay, hold on, let's try this. Check 1, 2.
Losing you right there.
What
Right
if I...
So it's intermittent. There we are.
See?
That's okay. That's better.
Oh, but the only thing is, so what I did was I just unplugged my earphone. But is there a lot, like the background noise is kind of bad now? Okay. I don't know what to do. I do have another earphone though. Hold on. I wonder. Oh, I can't find it. What about, oh, let's try this. No, that's not good. Okay, so you guys can hear me okay except for those high notes. But like right now, you guys can hear me fine.
Yes, I can hear you fine now.
Okay, so I won't play those high notes anymore. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I don't really, I'm like completely out of ideas. I mean, I don't really know much about this stuff except I tried unplugging my headphones. I tried putting tape on wire. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so I'll go slowly from the beginning. Yeah, this is the very end. Okay, so listen to this again. Not loud. Is there a volume? Oh, maybe. What's that I'm kidding? Hear nothing now. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I may have to. Good?
Good.
Now. It's funny. It's funny how this kind of reminds me of, you know, when you're on the phone and then they tell you like, oh, let's see. And then you're on the phone, and whoever you're talking to, they tell you like, oh, you're breaking up. And then you go, like, you don't do anything, but you go, oh, what about now? And they go, oh yeah, I can hear you now. That's kind of what this reminds me of, because I don't know what to do, but did it get better? Okay, so anyways, is it like, even though I'm breaking up here and there, is it still, I mean, you guys can still follow the lesson?
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'll just try to continue because I really don't know what to do. Oh, is this better? It's like that phone. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I always laugh when someone says, hey, you're breaking up, I can't hear you. And I just go, oh, what about now? And they go, oh yeah, like I did something. Okay, so anyways, so after this part, A, B flat, G, A, F, G, E, F. Okay, and try to hear the whole melody line like this. One more time, I'll go a little slower. Okay, see if you can follow that. One more time in case you guys need that last part. I wonder, it must be a frequency thing if it's just that one note there. So is everybody okay? Okay, so let's try it together. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, ready, go. D, E, F, D. How do you guys do? One more time, slower. Okay. So this is actually all eighth notes. So if I say 1, 2, 3, and 4, and da 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 da. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so Zach, can you play it though? Am I just playing it too fast, or are you lost? Because I can help you out if you're lost. How you doing, Zach? You okay? Oh, you can't hear most parts. Okay, so let me demonstrate one more time, slowly. Is that okay? Okay, good, good. Okay, so this is good. You're actually learning a melody, you know, just by listening. And I'm playing it a few times, and you can just kind of follow. And the key is the difference. The reason why you can do this is because you're focusing on the melody, not actually where am I putting my fingers. Okay, so this is a good practice. And like I was saying, you know, trying to sound out songs, sound out melodies. You know, that's really helpful too. Let's try something like this just for fun. So let's try this. D D. This is a completely different exercise. D D. A B B and A. So D D A B B A. Okay, so this is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And I want you to figure out the rest of the melody. Okay, see if you guys can do that. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. So was I breaking in and out the whole lesson, or did it start from right around that time when you guys mentioned it?
Pretty much when you mentioned it, or when we mentioned it, but it had just started prior. And again, it was just when you got to the higher frets.
Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was just I had some things open on my computer. So I was wondering if my computer was just a little slow. So I closed everything now. So it should be a little smooth. Yeah, my computer is kind of old, so maybe I do need to upgrade soon. Okay, so hopefully you guys got it. The last two notes. So I'm playing D D A B B A. If you walk it down, it would be G G F sharp E D. Oh, for toccata, yeah, D flat and D. Good. So one more time. C sharp D. Okay, good. So you're kind of using your ear now, and I think it's really good exercise. So okay, and now, what was the question about the role in last week's workshop? So last week, right, we went over the Titanic song. And I can't quite remember what I did. Chu, would you like to
No, you just did a demo on different kinds of strum, how you varied the strums, and then from the roll you went into a series of other chucks and strums together.
Oh, okay. So maybe maybe something like they mixed it up.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Okay, so this just goes back to basic strum patterns, and the thing is, so the thing with strum patterns is they have to be felt. Okay, so it starts off with just a little down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and this is what we call the eighth note strum pattern. Okay, so what that means is, well, remember how I told you it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so the reason why it's called an eighth note strum pattern is because there's 8 strokes, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so now when I do this, it's just a matter of where to put those accents. Okay, so if you heard me do something like 1, 2, 3. Up, 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 down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up. Okay, so what you would have to do is think that, okay, well, he's just doing this, but try to, where's that beat? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the question is, can you feel that beat? So do this with me. Just think of this as a strum pattern challenge. Okay, so 1, 2, ready, go. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, now the other strum stuff, the other strum patterns I was doing is actually, the reason why that's a little different is because I'm actually using a 16th note strum pattern. So now you have to think of it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, da, 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 2, da, 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 3, da, 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 4, da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, da, 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 2, da, 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 3, da, 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 4, da, da, da. Okay, so now I'm actually strumming a lot faster because if the timing is 1, 2, 3, that's really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Let me slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So the difference is I'm strumming twice as fast. So by the time I count 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm actually hitting the string 16 times, not 8 times. Okay. So in the eighth note strum pattern, okay, 8 notes, you're just going 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 16th note strum pattern, I'm going 1, da, 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 2, da, 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 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So once you get comfortable with the 16th note strum pattern, I'm still doing it like the strum pattern challenge. Down, down, up, and down, 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 up, and down, down. So down, down, up, and down, 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 up, and down. Okay. So if the timing is maybe like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So right now I'm using a 16th note strum pattern. So what that means is my hands are moving a lot faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the accents. Okay, I'm going to explain them. Down, down, up, and down, 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 up, and down. Down, down, up, and down, 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 up. So let me just throw a chords in. Down, down, up, and down. Is it when I strum? Okay, you know what I think it is? I think it might be my computer is just falling behind, but I have everything closed. I think the solution would be for me to try and restart everything. So if I talk, it's okay, but as I start playing, it gets broken up. Something like that. Okay, so well, we're not going to spend too much time on this, but the main thing is I want you to just kind of understand the difference between the 8th note strums and the 16th note strums. And the difference is that in 4 beats, the 8th note strums, we hit the string 8 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you count the strokes, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So within the 8th note strum pattern, we can just kind of add in these accents and take out some strokes, and that's how we create strum patterns. In the 16th note strum pattern, it's twice as fast. So you have to think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have to get really comfortable with this. Da, da, da. Okay. And then once you get comfortable with that, then it's the same thing as the 8th note strum pattern, where we just kind of add in our own accents here and there. Okay, so whether it's down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. Okay, so this goes back to my demonstration when I'm doing the different strum patterns. All I'm thinking is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, I might break up because I'm going to be strumming a little fast, but all I'm doing is just throwing in accents in different places. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of staying in this down, up, and I'm just throwing in accents here, some on the upbeat, some on the downbeat, okay? And that's what you should try to do. You can practice that and try putting in accents in all different places. Okay, Zach, what do you mean? Like the breaking up it's pretty bad? Is that what you mean? Okay, maybe, okay, so let me just kind of wrap up because yeah, I really don't know what the problem is. But hopefully, okay, the main things I want you guys to focus on is, maybe I'll go back to taking off the earphones. Okay, so the main thing I want you guys to focus on is the Toccata, right? Gotta get, and it's a fun song to play because it's just kind of move your fingers and play. But also the thing about the feeling, right? Try to create a short little romantic song, a short little happy song, you know, maybe a short little sad song. And when I say short, I mean just like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. And the point is, you know, I'm not trying to get you to focus on the melody part or, you know, trying to do something really fancy. Just, I want you to get comfortable playing a single chord. You know, and feeling some kind of connection to that chord. Okay, so you imagine something, and then you go, okay, would I do this? Or would I do this? Or would I do this? No, so there's all these different things you can do, but the thing is, you guys have to kind of experiment with these things, so you have some kind of understanding of, you know, that feeling you're giving out. And this is a good way to start. So don't overthink it. Okay, even though I said just write a short song, you're not actually writing a whole song, right? We're just taking chords and we're just trying to figure things out there. Okay, like I said, Toccata was good, and yeah. So the strum pattern, I wasn't planning on teaching that, but hopefully that kind of makes sense, right? It's the same thing. 1, 2, accent, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Okay, so all I'm doing is, like I said, just adding the accents, and hopefully you guys remember the strum pattern challenge. And this is very similar to that. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Yeah, sorry for the audio. I don't really know what to do though. I'll try to figure something out, but thanks for letting me know. You guys have any questions though regarding anything, or you need me to play something again? You guys okay with the Toccata song? Oops. You guys okay with that? Okay, so the last part, A, B flat. Let me do that again, but let me put my camera and my ukulele on the screen this time. Here's the last part. Is that good? You got it, Julie? All right. Okay, yeah, sorry the quality, the audio quality wasn't better, but I'll kind of look into it. The whole thing at that speed, sure. All right, here we go. Okay, I'll take any suggestions. Okay, Zach, let me try to run through this real quick. Zach, I'll take any suggestions. You can hear the high notes now? All right, let me see this. There should be an arrow next to the audio / mute button. Let's see. Okay. It says Okay, let me see. Audio settings. Okay, I'm at audio settings. Should I put my headphones back in? Go to advanced. Audio advanced. Okay, I'm there. Show in meeting action enable. Uh, audio saying go to, and be sure that there's a check mark next to the play original sound button. Oh, I kind of remember something like that. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I did have that checked. The original sound. Did anything change there? Oh. Turn on. Oh, I think. Wait, is this it better? Oh. Is it still lagging? Oh. Better? Okay, so you guys want to start all over? Just kidding. Oh, thanks, Zach. Okay, good, good. Ah, very good. I'm glad I got that figured out. Well, not me, but okay, good. All right, what a good way to end the lesson. Okay, yeah, Zach the man. Okay, so was there, wait, let me see. Try the whole thing. Oh, good. That's good to know. All right, very good. So, how are you guys, by the way? Is everybody kind of safe? I know it's kind of crazy with the protesting and stuff going on. Hope you guys are being safe. And yeah, and with the coronavirus thing going on, man, it's a crazy time. So, actually, in Hawaii, I guess because for the past week or two, we've been having like 0 to 2 cases a day. So they decided to open up restaurants again on Friday. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think on Friday there were 9 new cases, which is really high. And today, I believe there was another 9 cases. So I think they're gonna go back to closing down. So I'm assuming. And then especially with the protesting and stuff going on, like everybody's out, and next to each other. So, wow, it's pretty I don't know, so much things going on. I'm just confused now. I just want to start making more videos and teach more lessons and stay away from all the confusion. But all right, so I hope all of you guys are safe and doing okay. And I will start uploading. I know I didn't upload a video since last week. And to be honest, a friend of mine, he's a painter, and he started painting a house very near my house. And I guess he just asked me to come out and help him, and it's kind of fun, I guess, but oh, it's tiring. It's so hot in Hawaii. So I usually help him when I can. And then when I get tired, I just tell him I gotta go home. But yeah, I've been really I've been not slacking. I've been actually working a lot, but yeah, I will get to Shutdown Part 2 very soon. All right. So, anyways, I hope you guys take care. Once again, like I said, yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, just give me a call. I mean, not give me a call, send me an email or a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. So, you guys take care. Oh, my birthday was good. It was good. I'm 25 years old again. Like the 14th time in a row, something like that. Okay, you guys. So hopefully, maybe, and I was saying, right, if you did like the Titanic song solo arrangement, some of you guys might, want to check out the intermediate class tomorrow. Okay, I think some of you guys might be at that level. Time to jump to the next level. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys again, and I hope to see all of you soon. Be safe, and I will see you later. All right, take care, you guys.
Bye.